Hi, this is Lynn McCool. Welcome to Unit 12, Designing for Usability. In this unit, I would like for you to consider how to apply design principles to the web version of the GLP as well as the print version, and also to consider ways in which the web affords us other kinds of interactions that print does not. For example, the hyperlinked connectivity that the web will afford a user that is not available on a printed page. You can see from this table that I have listed your upcoming project deadlines. So the printed version of the manual is due April 13th, 11:59 p.m. A week later, your web version of the manual is due on Monday, April 20th. And then a week after that, your final presentation of both the printed version and the web version. So in your presentation, and I'll be talking more about that later in subsequent units, but just so that you know, the presentation should highlight the features of both versions of the manual, and you should again use some kind of screencasting software in order to create that presentation. And then finally, your final report, which will be due April 27th. We do have a final in this class, and again, I will talk about that more towards the end of the semester, but just so that you know, the final is a department final in which you will be asked to write an essay. You're given a prompt and you respond to that prompt by doing some audience analysis. I'll talk more about that though as the semester progresses. For this week, let's take a look at what's going on. You can see that on Monday I have a couple of links that I would like for you to read or watch. One is Color for Coders, Color and Design for the Non-Designer, and then 10 Effective Principles for Web Design. Also on Monday, project coordinators have an extra assignment, which is to email me a status report on your team's progress with 3M's GLP project. You can comment on how well tasks are being completed as you had outlined them in your progress report. You can comment on any kinds of challenges you might be experiencing or anything else that you would like for me to know, but I do want to have a status update from each team project coordinator. On Wednesday, I have 3 additional links for you to either watch or read. One is entitled Clean Up Your Mess, a Guide to Visual Design, User Experience and Web Design Basics, and then Usability Heuristics. One of the things that I want you to think about in this unit is usability issues. So creating a document that either in its print or its web form that is user-friendly and that the reader can easily access the information from the document. So these links are designed to help you consider those ideas and also hopefully apply some of the things that you learned to your own design. We do not have a quiz this week. Instead, I have given you a second discussion board in place of the quiz. So Wednesday's discussion board has to do with visual design tips and practices. On Friday, I have, again, some links for you to watch. These have to do with ISO standards, and ISO, of course, has to do with usability issues and issues of safety and practice within the workplace and industry. And so take a look at those. For the discussion board on Friday then, what I'm asking is that you conduct a virtual peer review of each other's guide to lab practices, just the print version. So whatever stage your print version of the manual is in, upload that in a PDF form, upload that to the discussion board, and then each team should provide comment on all the other teams' manuals. And so as you're doing that, you'll have to consider how you want to do that. My suggestion would be is that you collaborate as a team, so open a Google document perhaps, and put all the team members put their comments on there for each of the different manuals, and then the project coordinator can compile those comments and put them in some kind of readable format and then post to the discussion board, or you can individually post. So I'll let you decide as teams how you want to handle that, whether you want to individually post or whether you want to post one post from the team itself. I'll leave that up to you. You can see that I've also included your 3M resources here. Here's the print-based Guide to Lab Practices rubric and the web-based rubric, as well as the final project for the web-based rubric. I've set those out there. Actually, this one, the Word version, it's just a Word version of this Moodle version right here. So you probably can't see that. I think I have hidden that from Student View. All right, if you have any questions about this unit, please contact me. I am working on getting caught up on grading from some of your other assignments. I was very pleased with the project pitches that I saw. All of the teams did a really good job of conveying their ideas and information, and so I want to congratulate you on that. One thing that you might consider, though, for next time would be to make sure that you always include a request for additional contact at the end of the pitch. So I did notice that some of the pitches did not ask me to, ask for an additional interview or an additional time to meet at the end of the pitch. Okay, that's all I have for you right now, and again, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thanks.